The Leo new moon is happening July 24th at 3:11 p.m. Eastern Time at 2 degrees Leo. This is a rare and historic new moon. The configuration in the sky with all the major outer planets has never happened in recorded history. All the outer planets are in early degrees of new zodiacal signs, which is a powerful new beginning. Consciousness is expanding and evolving us. All the outer planets are interacting powerfully with this Leo new moon, an ignition point that awakens our fiery Leo spirit, illuminating us from within, back to the source of our being, our spirit, aligning us with the fiery Leo passion of the heart's desires, sparking a new creation point within us and in the world around us. Every new moon is an ending and beginning, a new initiation, a new chapter, a new perspective, and or new theme. This new moon is activated at 2 degrees Leo in your birth chart that gets intuitively initiated and begins to take form throughout the 30-day lunation cycle. So we have the 4 outer planets dancing together in a minor grand trine configuration from now until 2027. A deeper activation as the outer planets are in 0 to 2 degrees of new zodiacal signs, interacting favorably, evolving humanity, expanding us, expanding consciousness, guiding us, pushing us into a new way of being and timelines. A co-creation state showing us where we're going and what is coming alive from within us. Calling in new options and new self-awareness, revealing blocks, limitations, challenges, highlighting more of what we can step towards effortlessly with a new sense of empowerment and courage. The dance of energies with these 4 outer planets is about the new light that is beginning to rise up from within us, more brightly, more fully, more confidently. But this is not from the ego. It's coming from the heart. It's rising up from the depths of our spirit. There is an internal birthing here of courage, of embodied inner truth, speaking from a deeper desire of creation and visions that is supporting our next level of growth and evolution, activating parts of us that have been dormant, that are waking up and ready for us to claim. This Leo new moon is where we're ready to make a courageous new start. Leo energy is fixed masculine fire. It's ruled by the sun, so consciousness, our purpose, our legacy, our light, our inner leadership, our higher heart. Leo energy in its power, in the higher expressions, is alive and happy to be center stage, to claim the throne, to shine with light while guiding others to their light. Leos are known for their beautiful big hearts, their courage, natural-born leadership, the entertainer, the creator. This new moon is a powerful starting point for a refined and embodied self-expression of the purity of our heart. So we may feel a new creation force arising from within us. We may feel deeply motivated and inspired. There can be a sense of something's locking in that you really desire to experience that may not make sense logically or rationally. There is a lot of fire and air energy in this Leo new moon lunation cycle. That means our ideas are activated and we're ready to put them into motion. The energy is speeding up now. There is a sense of, I want this to be developed, to unfold, to happen, and I'm ready and open for the energy within me to drive it into being. This Leo new moon at 2 degrees Leo is in a direct opposition to Pluto retrograde at 2 degrees Aquarius. This is intense oppositional tension, clash of will and destruction, as Pluto is destroying old versions of self that are connected to old timelines and stories, where we had fears, old patterns and challenges that we're not meant to take forward into the new cycle that is beginning. So on an egoic level, there could be a push and pull dynamic of power, of control. There could be inner tension between the ego and the higher heart, with what we want to initiate and begin on a deep level. This can show up as oppositions, resistance, challenges, clashes of willpower, change in people of power, leadership, and authority. This is the baseline of the energy. But when we go higher into the cosmos, the spiritual perspective, Pluto in Aquarius is wanting to break down our limited sense of self so we could become more empowered, strengthened, creative, and self-aware in ways we couldn't have imagined. So this Leo new moon may highlight what is preventing us from initiating our desires. Am I resisting change, stubbornness, too prideful? Am I only considering the self and not everyone else that is involved? These are the lower expressions of Leo that may be coming up against the transformational requirements of Pluto in Aquarius, which wants us to see the bigger possibilities of life, to help us connect to the higher visions for the world around us, for us to embody and create, guiding us to let go of what's heavy, not flowing, and doesn't feel like our inner truth. The Leo Aquarius opposite polarity is the theme of giving and receiving, creativity and innovation. I lead, we lead. What we put out and what comes back. The contributions we make on a bigger level and what we receive on a personal level. Relationship dynamics of giving love and receiving love. Being recognized as an individual as well as belonging, feeling a bigger connection to the collective or the tribe. There is the fiery, playful courage of Leo, and then the detached, mental, visionary energies of Aquarius. So it can feel like we're healing, realigning, and integrating these parts of ourselves on a deeper level. So they work together in higher harmony and union as their opposite polarities. So we're learning to honor the differences, to liberate us into the heart, more into a sense of oneness, wholeness, into higher self-expression and creativity from our higher heart. Intuitively, the bigger picture that I see spiritually is that Pluto, the god of the underworld, he is deeply and powerfully psychologically evolving humanity as a whole. He is forcing us to transform, a death and a rebirth of our sense of separateness. He forces us to see the dark within us in order for us to see the light, the truth. Pluto is sitting in the early degrees of Aquarius for the next few years, which is the 41st I Ching, named Decrease, the energy of the patient dreamer, the energy to embody our hopes and visions of the new, the initiator energy. The 41st I Ching is the first frequency in all the 64 I Chings in the mandala of life. It's the initiator of new creation, the beginning of creation, of life. It's a powerful seeding point. It's through decrease, endings, that we're pushed to envision and embody new creation. All new creation comes into the world of form of the physical, from the void, through the 41st I Ching. Pluto is forcing us to see the darkness in humanity, in the world, within us, through decrease, ultimately guiding us to envision a new world. The 41st I Ching is the shadow of fantasy and is the victim of our dreams, offering us a transformation from fantasy to embodiment. Now, when we look back at the Aries new moon solar eclipse that initiated on March 29th of this year, which symbolizes the energetic theme of the year, we can view it as the big new moon, the spiritual wisdom of this year. The sun and moon activated 9 degrees Aries, which is the 21st I Ching, named Biting Through, the resource manager, the energy to understand, value, and respect all resources in the material world. The 21st I Ching is the shadow of control and is the victim of the need to be in control, offering us a transformation from control to the courage from the heart. True courage is a love affair with the unknown. It's to ground in our inner sovereignty, in our inner authority, and live from the inside out, from self-love. the courage to walk the unknown path, to create the path with each step that we take, to follow what feels like truth in each moment. The opposite would be to give away our power, our sovereignty, our authority to any external force. For example, the news, social media, any institution, government, teacher or teaching, or society's norms, anything or anyone outside of us. We are our own authority. We hold the power. So not allowing any outside force to dictate our inner state of being. And we do this by shutting off the news, the media, and start listening to the birds, to nature, going for walks in nature, creating space, bringing in stillness and pauses in your rhythms, allowing for quiet times in your day. This is especially helpful and powerful as the outer world is getting louder, as the old world as we know it is collapsing and falling away. Now we're at the Leo new moon at 2 degrees Leo, which is the 31st I Ching, the opposite polarity of the 41st I Ching, where Pluto is, resetting the mandala of life, triggering new cycles of experience with deeper integration. The 31st I Ching is named influence, the voice of influence, the energy to lead through the purity of our heart and visions of the new. This energy requires recognition and invitation, not control. This energy is all about the mastery of inner leadership that in divine timing gets recognized by the collective to lead, to be an influence of a culture. The 31st I Ching, the shadow of arrogance, is the victim of the need to be heard, which manifests as postponing or bitterness. So this Leo new moon is a new beginning point to align, to embody with our influential voice, the power of our thoughtful expression, offering us an opportunity to consider, are we empowered, empowering others? Are we disempowered, disempowering others? How do we lead the self and the world around us? How are we being of service to the whole, to the world around us? What stories are we expressing of the past? Is it truth we still want to claim? What shadow patterns are being shown of power, of will, of force, of leadership? Are we considering the greater good of all in this situation? So intuitively, I see that we're all being guided to embody our visions, our inner truth, regardless what is being reflected on the outside, trusting our inner truth. We each hold the power to claim our truth, what feels like truth. Unless something is in front of you in this very moment, you hold the power on how much attention you give to it. And even if you're faced with a challenge in front of you, feel it, allow it in, witness it, experience it. Let it be a truth in the moment. And when you're ready, let it go. Don't give it your attention, your power in the next moment. The more attention we give something, the more it becomes real. We're being empowered, guided to reclaim our sovereignty, our inner authority, to reclaim our power in our embodied dreams. May the fiery passion of Leo ignite the purity of our heart's desires, expressing our truth. Be love, be peace, be grace. Be the light and compassion you wish to see and receive in the world. Allow your humanity and the humanity of all those around you to be felt, witnessed, and honored, as this is all that's being divinely asked of us. Remember, love yourself and choose to be blessed.